Hey guys, Happy New Year. It's my first video of the new year, so let's just get back into Black Mirror and see where it goes. Okay, so...
We need to find this deserted village. It's not on the map, and I have a feeling Lady Margaret and Angus will remain as unhelpful as they have been so far.
According to the diary, your great-grandmother would know where it is, though.
Right, and she was in the attic. This way, I think? Alright. Oh, she's on the floor. Are you okay? She's drawing something.
Rose? Rosemary! It's me, it's David. I need you to help us. The village where Edward was born. Can you point to it on this map? Can you do that? Oh, nothing. It's like she's shut down.
Just a second. Try now.
There! That's where the village is. This ought to be enough for Rory to help us find the village.
We'll need a boat to get across the loch.
There's one at the lakeside.
Okay, so with that one, the control, it was like with the quit with the jankiness. It was like with the really shrill. Oh, it just popped up out of the floor. That's one way to travel. Like with the loud noise to cancel the sound for it. Alright, where would Rory be?
We know the way to the village now.
Well done, laddie. You both go on ahead and ready the boat. I'll see you down at the jetty.
What? No, we can find it ourselves. It's cold and dark outside.
I ken the weather, lassie. I'm nae some bairn, and I'm nae too old to walk up a hill.
I get the feeling you won't take no for an answer.
You say that right, and I ken what's up there mair than you both.
This isn't going to move.
I'm not surprised. By the looks of it, it hasn't moved in years.
It's going to take more than me and you to get this into the water.
Andrew really has left on foot. I hope he finds somewhere warm soon and unharmed.
He was a fool to leave. And it won't make our lives easier if he does drag the authorities up here.
You're starting to sound like a true Gordon.
The keys are here.
Margaret won't be happy if we use the car to push in the boat.
All the more reason to do it. Do you know how to drive?
You don't?
There's easier ways to get around in India.
We ready to go?
What a bleak place. And so quiet.
Quiet? You mean you can't hear?
As will be the fate of anyone who dares oppose this family.
Hear what?
The voices. Screams.
I'm not sure. I think I can hear something in the distance.
We need to keep moving. Edward must have had some sort of hideout up here. I guess it's near the place of power he wrote about in his diary.
How will we know if we found it?
What the hell just happened there? Rory, are you okay? Talk to Rory. Come on. Are you okay?
Is everything all right, Rory?
It's the bloody voices, laddie. I'm trying to keep them out, but they're loud and strong.
You can almost feel the deadness of this place seep into you.
That you can, laddie, that you can. I haven't been here in many a year. I dinna ken the place so well. Wouldn't have a clue where it would hit out.
We'll keep looking.
I'm not going anywhere, laddie.
No, you stay there and not have to deal with the voices.
No sign of human, or any life, really.
The architecture of this place, the tunnels, huts. If only we had more time to explore it thoroughly.
What's this?
We should show this to Rory. Do you know what this is?
I ken it. It's a symbol the old druids would have used in their rituals.
We'll keep looking.
I'm not going anywhere, laddie.
Alright, let's go in here. I think this is where we're at the start of the game. Oh look, there's a tunnel that way. Alright, so there's another one. What's on this side? If it's a friggin' labyrinth, I know I'm gonna get... It's a friggin' labyrinth. I'm gonna get lost. So we're gonna go out the other way first. This way. What's in here? Steps? He's got a very long stride. He takes stairs 2 at a time. It's a henge. I really don't like that you can't change the camera angles. Yep, I'm turned around. no idea where I'm going. Maybe up here? No, this is back at the henge. Like, the screaming needs to stop. But... oh, what are you?
No sign of human, or any life, really.
The architecture of this place, the tunnels, huts. If only we had more time to explore it thoroughly.
Didn't want to talk to you, I wanted to examine the wall.
What could this mean? This symbol, it somehow reminds me of the ones you carved into the stones for Cecilia.
For protection. There's nae just evil abroad. There's forces of good out there as well. There's ways to protect yourself and your loved ones.
We'll keep looking.
I'm not going anywhere, laddie.
If I remember correctly, the tree was a symbol that he... oh, what are you? Another photo piece.
Whatever this symbolizes, the villagers really believed in the power of these runes.
The tree rune is, I'm pretty sure, the one that his father carved into himself before setting the fire.
We need to break this open somehow. What?
Can you hear me? Rory? Is everything all right?
It's no, you can't say that. I tried to protect you. I didn't mean to harm her, I didn't. It was just a bear, just a wee bear.
Rory?
Let him go. We need to keep moving. This handwriting, I recognize it. It's Andrew's.
Andrew? The lawyer?
This is his workplace. Andrew keeps referring back to a spot nearby. It must be Edward's place of power. The fool. He's trying to release Edward, free his spirit from the mirror.
Do you think there's also a way to free your father?
Perhaps. The difference being that whatever is left of Edward, what I've seen, I'm not sure he's of this world anymore. There must be an entrance beneath the house that leads to the Black Mirror. This is what Andrew's looking for. Edward's birth was during some kind of ritual. They thought he would have a unique connection to the Black Mirror.
And Andrew thinks he might have inherited this trait from his father.
Exactly. Which shows he knows nothing about what the mirror is capable of, or is beyond caring. Listen to this. Edward may have had his faults, but he was not weak like my mother, who carried her weakness to the end when she took the coward's way out. Cecilia's baby didn't die with her. It's Andrew. Oh, he played me from the beginning.
Oh, the soil here has been disturbed.
The missing pages from the Chronicles. They might detail the rituals Andrew is trying to complete. They're badly burnt, but maybe we can...
Alright, puzzle time. Alright, so rotate you. Okay, let's see if we can find some corners. You look like a corner. Can you fit down anywhere? Let's get these all upright first. There we go. Blood. Blood of one. No, that doesn't fit there. The son of one. Oh, soul. You look like you fit together, so we'll put you... Pursuit. That's just the edge, I think. The screaming needs to stop. So the blood at okay, so you fit together. Will you fit together? This probably fits on top of you. Yes, okay. Yep, that's there. Well, we're getting somewhere. There. And then this one goes there.
That's as good as it gets. Let's see what we can see. Not much. The blood of 3. The soul of 1. What does...
Christ, what is this? What's happening, David?
A dream within a dream. Stay close to me.
Done this together. No! He can't be allowed to return.
Come back! Come back here!
Move. Trying to grab whatever's in his hand. Oh, move, move, move.
Andrew seems to have tried to stop my father from enacting some kind of guardian ritual.
Did your father complete it?
I don't know yet.
Alright. Another photo piece. Let's go down here, I guess. Or anything else to look at in here? No? Okay. Excuse me. Oh, what was that?
Do you see them? Do you see my father?
Only from the tail of my eye, barely. Just lead the way, I'll follow.
Talk to Rory.
Rory! Rory! It's no use.
Poor man. Alright. Maybe up by the henge?
You cannot hide! Not from me!
Not him, not the boy.
I remember this from India.
It was yours.
Yes, when I was a boy. I can't believe he kept this. There's a shortcut over here.
Lead the way.
Le fur le cloich gion mi mehucha. Gabo je am prish gabe mi rish.
Move.
Stop that! Stop that!
Be safe, my son.
He kicked him. That's rude. Ah! Son of a...
What the hell just happened? I heard voices, but clearly you see much more than I do.
Andrew and John.
My father came here to free himself. Our family of the curse. But he found out that Andrew was up to something even worse, and he tried to stop him.
The Black Mirror.
Andrew was trying to use its power to return Edward, or whatever Edward has become, to this plane of existence. This world.
The fool. He just needed to look around here to see the mirror can't be controlled, can't be trusted. So did your father complete this guardian ritual? Do you think it worked?
I don't know for sure, but I think it must have. Otherwise, how could he still be helping us? I feel like he's trying to reach out to me, but I can't quite touch him.
Is there any way of freeing him from wherever he is now?
I can only hope there is. We need to get Rory and get back to the castle before Andrew finds the entrance, if he hasn't already.
And we need to warn the others about...
Oh! Hello. That's not a good sign. Oh, Rory. What the shit?
For 2 weeks we are Gordon, just like your father. Once a murderer, always a murderer. A pathetic old man. You could never do what needs to be done.
What the hell?
Rory! Rory! Are you hurt?
Let me have a look.
Dinna fash yourself, lassie. I'm fine.
What did Angus mean about you being a murderer? He wasn't just talking about himself, was he?
Just the ramblings of a dying man.
No more excuses. If you want our trust, then be honest with us.
Aye, you're right. It was a long time ago. I wasn't the man I knew. I had a temper on me. A drink. One night I got mad and, oh God forgive me, I killed my wife and bairn. And the Gordons.
They covered it up.
That they did.
Oh my.
That's why you've worked here all these years. You owed them.
I'm a selfish old man. Hiding out here, feared the Gardens would turn me in.
And Edward? Did you know?
I kenned what he did. But I was too big a coward to do anything.
The voices you were hearing earlier, was it your wife?
Her and Cecilia, aye.
Andrew. I think he's Edward's son.
What? No, you can't be.
He's what, Rory?
Cecilia's bairn. I made him give him away. I kenned we should have put him down instead.
You gave Cecilia's baby away? What about her husband?
Oh, Edward had taken care of him a long time ago.
Oh my. This just gets more and more out there.
We need to get back.
Guess a hand up, would you? Help me back to my glasshouse. I need to show you something.
Can we give you a hand?
From what you told me, your father cast a guardian spell, and he cast it for you, son.
Why?
For to help you, to contact you from the other side. You're special, lad. I think you likely have the power of a high druid. Someone with a powerful connection with the spirits.
What's he doing?
It's the same symbol I saw my father make before he killed himself.
Shh. Give me your hand.
Ouch!
Okay.
Don't be a wee un. Now, drip your blood onto the symbol.
Father.
There, laddie. The link with your father will be stronger now.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. You'll need all the help you can get for when you reach the mirror. You're not to go down there until your bond is completed. There's still unfinished business between you and your father. I just dinna ken what it is.
I've been thinking about the mirror. About what it does, Rory. I think that it was responsible. For what you did to your family, I mean.
Thank you for your words, lass. But that doesn't change the fact that I did it. It doesn't ease the pain. It doesn't stop the guilt. There's still things you don't know about, lad. About your father and his past. But you need to find out for yourself. Do not face the mirror with doubt in your heart, or you leave nothing of you. That's all for me, no.
Nonsense. We will get you help. I can...
All I see. I'll be with my wife and parents soon. She always told me for a gardener I was never very good at growing a beard. She were always right, my girl.
We need to be careful.
Help you.
I will be fine, thank you.
Andrew, where is he?
He has taken Eddie. I tried to stop him, but he struck me. Me. There was a madness in his eyes. I do not understand what is happening. First Eddie, and now Andrew.
It's this house. The curse in our veins. It comes from whatever evil lurks below this damn place.
The Black Mirror.
Poppycock. Our blood is not cursed. We may have had our fair share of tragedies. So does any great family. But evil can live in the hearts of men without the help of any curse.
On that at least we can agree. And in one heart in particular. That of my grandfather. Your dear, precious Edward.
I will not hear another word from you about my husband.
We don't have time for this. Look in the desk in the old wing if you will not believe us.
She might know more. We need to talk to her again, without attacking her.
Oh, of course. You're right. See you on the other side. Andrew's mind seems to be crumbling under the mirror's influence. We need to stop him before he drags Edward's corrupted soul back into this world.
I still cannot quite believe what is happening in this strangest of places.
There's something back there. Looks like a door.
A door? Where to?
Well, that's what we need to find out. Andrew clearly wants us to follow him.
Mainly you, I reckon.
Oh. This one?
That didn't work.
Yeah. We'll come back to that. Alright, let's go.
This isn't him. No, my Edward couldn't have written this.
This is one of the symbols in the fireplace. But where to find the other? It's marked somewhere around Australia or Tasmania.
What does the mark mean, do you think?
I'm not sure. But I think I've seen a similar globe in the master study. How do you feel about your darling husband now?
David, that's not helping.
My Edward wouldn't. He couldn't have written this. It must have been Andrew, or young Eddie. Yes, that's who it was, not Edward. Not my Edward.
Do you know how Andrew got through the passage in the fireplace?
No, I don't know. I thought I heard him sneaking about the Great Hall before he came into Eddie's room, but I cannot be sure.
Listen to me, Lady Margaret, this is important. Rory said there is something unresolved between my father and I. Do you know what he meant?
I didn't know your father as well as I would have liked. I'm sorry,
This is not the time for secrets, Lady Margaret. Just look at what this has brought us.
I'm sorry. All that is happening, it makes no sense. All I can tell you is that your father was obsessed with the model of the castle in the master study. I have avoided that room for years.
I know this is difficult to hear, But there is a madness coursing through the Gordon bloodline, and you know it. You've seen it tear our family apart. Andrew is the outcome of this madness, the result of what your husband did to Cecilia.
No. He would have never touched her. Never.
Would you like to sit down, Lady Margaret?
No, no. I'm all right. It's just... he was always good to me. He did love me. In his way.
We need to get moving. Andrew could be doing anything to Eddie right now.
Young Eddie doesn't deserve this. You need to save him.
We'll try. You have our word.
Is there anything you know about your husband? Something that could help us save Eddie's life?
I don't know what it is, but I do know that Edward considered it valuable. Rose, how did you... 5 years. I did what had to be done. For our family. What else could I have done? Ah!
What the hell is going on with this family? Also, I just got a trophy, Betty and Joan. Alright, back to the stuff. Actually, let's check what the piece that she gave me is. Inventory. Oh, it's from the key!
Looks like it is part of the key Father hid away for me.
Oh, I need that. Yes, how do I add it to the key itself?
There appear to be more missing parts. But how many?
How do you link them? I forget. Oh, there it is.
The final part.
There we go. Now I should be able to put the key in the proper shape. That's very helpful. Thank you, Grandma. This is just getting crazier and crazier. Excuse me. Wait, where's the globe? Is it on the desk? I think it's on the desk. Yep.
Here's another one. Like the one in the old wing, but the marking runs through Spain. Like the one in the old wing, but the marking runs through Spain.
Spain and Tasmania, I think it was. So let's go back to the library, because I think that's where the other one was. The full-size one. This side. I mean, both sides will get me there. It's... into the library. So it's downstairs, maybe? Maybe you have to take both pieces of the globes and align them. Oh, well. Back up to the master study. Yeah, this way is probably closer. Alright, let's try to figure this lock out. Go down to the, not the diary, the key. Alright. This had better be the final way with this damn key. Yes!
Stop your whining!
You are seeing something again, aren't you?
Yes.
Give it back!
Yes?
You killed her! It's your fault!
Oh.
So that's why he buried it in Cecilia's grave. He's in the grip of the mirror.
What did
I
you
missed
see,
something.
David?
My father. And Edward,
It's all right. Take your time.
Ah! Son of a...
Margaret covered up the fact that Edward didn't die by accident. He was murdered.
Murdered? By whom?
My father.
Cursed blood?
All this time. Trying to prove my father wasn't mad. That every man in the Gordon family isn't destined to become a murderer. But that's exactly what he was.
He was only a child. Maybe the mirror drove him to it.
It did. I saw the darkness take hold of him. But does it matter, though? Like Rory said, it doesn't wash away the guilt. Sooner or later, I will be shedding innocent blood, too.
Your father? Are you sure? He would have only been a child then.
I am sure. And yes, he was. Lady Margaret sent him to boarding school soon afterwards. She was scared of him. And I suppose that's why she was afraid of me too. I shouldn't follow Andrew down there. I could end up a monster like every Gordon before me. And you should go. Just get yourself away from all this.
Nonsense. You're the only one who can stop Andrew. You're armed with the knowledge your father never had. And remember, he did everything in his power to protect you.
He sacrificed himself. He saw the horrors on the other side, and still did it.
Now that you know the things that happened to him when he was a child.
You are right. He wasn't the father I needed in life. But in death, he gave everything for a mere chance to protect me. I forgive you. Thank you for everything. Now let us stop this madness once and for all.
The owls are not with... Okay, so I have to load the trophy list to see what that full trophy title that I just got is, but... Oh,
Margaret covered it up. She even lied about Edward's death. She told everyone it was an unfortunate accident.
rose? Is it a rose? Can I put the... It goes... Do I have to unlock it again? Oh.
A note about a library, a key, and some sort of broken toy. Should I even try to read any real meaning into all of this?
Alright. Doesn't look like you can put it back. Alright. Talk to you one more time.
We need to get moving. Andrew could be doing anything to Eddie right now.
Alright. Andrew fooled me, had everyone fooled, the child of an unholy union between father and daughter, given up secretly for adoption. This burden was carried by Rory. The old man had killed his family in a fit of rage. Edward and Margaret covered it up, used their knowledge to control him. Whatever he did and whatever dark force drove him to it, I owe Rory my life. I see now that my father was trying to protect me, to warn me from beyond the veil. Andrew wants to bring Edward back from the dead, but what if something other than Edward comes back? My father seems to have found a way to avoid the grasp of the mirror, at least for now. But Edward, he has given in to its cold embrace most willingly, it seems. I'm not a believer in fate. All I know is that, with Hannah at my side, I must stop Andrew before any more lives are lost to the Black Mirror. Alright, downstairs we go. Oh, there's the spin you.
It doesn't fit.
Alright.
Yes, perfect.
Got it. I hate these things. Alright. So rotate. And then the top one. Shoot. That looks about right, I think. On the top one.
That's it. Look.
What'd you do?
A stone plate full of ancient symbols.
Alright.
A stone plate full of ancient symbols.
1, 3. Alright. Where's the fireplace? There it is. Alright. So
A stone plate full of ancient symbols.
it's very helpful. Alright, so 1, 2. Alright, so 1. This one maybe?
The first one worked, but what is the second one?
It's probably this one. And then the third one. Three is nowadays. Okay, so that one.
You did it!
I just hope we are not too late.
After you.
Too kind.
David, stop! Don't move!
What? What's wrong?
Can't you see? Right by your feet. An abyss.
An abyss? What are you talking about?
Don't step there. Yep. Trophy earned.
I'll guide you across. Just listen to my voice.
Enter
One
the
step back,
puzzle
then to your left. Please be careful.
Father up to now.
I'll guide you across. Just listen to my voice. One step back, then to your left. Please be careful. Stop. Turn to your right and move forward slowly. Stop. Turn to your right and move forward slowly. Stop. Turn to your left, then straight, but be careful.
Meek.
That was too close. Leah?
I thought her name was Hannah. Alright, we're gonna...
was right. We can only get through this together.
Oh, just watched a really sad episode. It's when, Alright. Whoop. That's not a good sign.
Just as well I couldn't see it.
Alright. So the trophy I just got, false step made by standing still. And the one before that was the owls are not what they seem. Yeah, it says Hannah. Is her name Hannah or Leah? I'm confused. I don't know. On to the next step. Alright. Next step is to open this weird puzzle door. Oh, not
Leah! Oh, damn it, it's not moving!
excuse me. Alright. So there's gotta be a way to open it. Switch or something. Oh, hello. There's a cave there. Let's go down here.
What the?
The shit? We're walking on walls.
I can't reach the statue. But my reflection.
Oh, I'm so tired today. I did not sleep well last night. Oh, there's one on this side too.
Your cheap tricks will not stop me.
Oh, great. Now we're in another room. Telephone. Red pill, blue pill, really? Matrix?
What the? Your cheap tricks will not stop me. What the?
Let's try this doorway.
Your cheap tricks will not stop me.
There he is.
You want me to use this, Father? But what for? The same symbols as in the village. And the gate.
Alright, so... What?
Damn, I must have taken a wrong turn somewhere.
Alright. So, symbol. So on this door. And then this door. So go back out this one.
Damn, I must have taken a wrong turn somewhere.
Alright. Let's figure this out eventually.
Damn, I must have taken a wrong turn somewhere.
Alright. Back through this one. This one. Back through this one.
That's one.
That was challenging. Alright. Back through this one, I guess. Oh. Now we're on the ceiling. But I don't see the table. Maybe back out. They really don't make this game easy for people, especially newbies. There we go. Rude. Give it.
I hope I'm not too late.
All right. There's Leah. Or Hannah, or whatever her name is.
The mirror. The black mirror.
Ah, David! I'm delighted you could join us. I knew you'd find your way here.
Let the others go, Andrew. This is a family matter. Amongst us true Gordons.
You are so right, my dear cousin. This is a family matter.
David!
If you think your cheap tricks can stop me, you're greatly mistaken. Get a grip, David.
Master David, why did you let me die?
You have disgraced this family.
You're not seeing the bigger picture, David. This family, this clan, was once powerful enough to drive the Roman legions out of Scotland. We can have that power again.
Massacring an entire village of innocents in the process. I want that as much as you, Andrew. But do you really think you can control the thing Edward has become?
You were always a disappointment to me.
You
not.
are nothing! Less than nothing!
Not true?
Don't!
That's rude.
I'll be needing your blood too, David.
You don't need Edward. What do you need me to do?
We don't need Edward. We can find a way to control the mirror. You and I, together.
I don't care for your disrespect for my father. For one of the greatest Gordons who has ever lived.
What do you need me to do to complete the ritual and bring Edward back?
Not much. Just a few drops of your blood.
My father, could he be brought back too?
Pure Gordon blood flows through my veins. Once my father is freed, there will be nothing we cannot do.
Give me the knife. I'll do it myself.
David, my dearest cousin, you really need to stop treating me like I'm bloody stupid!
Very well. Together then.
David, don't!
Shut your mouth, woman!
Here we go. Give me the knife. Ow, that hurt. Good job.
Leah!
Leah, Hannah, whatever your name is. Excuse me.
Are you all right?
Yes, just get this off. David!
Well, now you've done it. Oh, there's Cecilia.
You are mine!
Nope.
Mine!
I think we should be leaving.
Agreed.
Rest in peace, Rory. If such a thing is possible.
What, you doubt it?
All that happened here? I am a scientist. I never thought there was an afterlife or anything after. And now, I know there's not only life after death, but there's evil there.
My father, Rory, they saved us. And I must believe they found their peace. It's up to us to find our own. And hope that it lasts.
Chapter 5 complete. Every trophy accomplished. I've got platinum. That means the game over? That means it's game over. There's the credits. So that's Black Mirror. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Overall, it's a really great game with a really amazing story. The graphics are incredible. Few minor complaints here and there, you know, the jankiness and that horrendous sound that splits your eardrums if you don't have the warning for it and you've got your headphones up. But overall, it's an amazing game, and I had a lot of fun playing it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching my playthrough of it. Feel free to drop any comments down below of any games you'd like to see us do in the future, as well as keep an eye on what we've got coming down the turnpike, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!